As we're coming up on our country's 250th anniversary, I think it's a wonderful opportunity to reflect on the amazing story of the bald eagle. Washington State University is one of the few centers in the area that's able to provide full care wildlife rehabilitation and veterinary services to wildlife that are in need. At the end of April, I got a call from the Bonneville Power Authority that they had an eagle nest in a dangerous location on a power structure. And then they called again the following day to say that they were en route with a chick who was probably only days old and one that was literally hatching from the egg as they were talking to me. The chicks were so young, if things aren't handled just right, then we can run into trouble. The egg went into a modified egg incubator that was set up to act as a hatcher, just shy of 100 degrees. Initially, it looked like the chick was still making really good progress, but then at about the 48-hour mark, it became apparent that the chick had become stuck in the egg and was starting to get stressed. And so at that point, we had to make the decision to assist the chick in coming out of the egg. Emotions were definitely very high while I was trying to get that stuck chick out of the egg, and it's definitely unlike anything that I've done in my career to date. When it first hatched, it weighed about 2 ounces, especially when you consider that these eagles are going to get to 6 to 10 pounds in the amount of time that it takes them to get all the way to fledging, which is only about 12 weeks. We had volunteers and staff to feed them these small pieces of meat. After they were just a few days old, we started using camouflage to make sure that we weren't looking like people while we were feeding them. And then we even ordered online a couple of little cheesy bald eagle puppets, but they had the big points, which was we needed a white head, a yellow beak, appropriate colored eyes, and it needed to be coming towards them with the food. So as soon as these chicks came in, I started speaking with experts across the country. And after some discussion, we decided that moving them up into a surrogate or foster nest with other bald eagle chicks would be their absolute best chance to grow up as normal, natural bald eagles. The Friday before Memorial Day weekend, we got a lead on a nest in the Wenatchee area. We confirmed with both Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife and U.S. Fish and Wildlife Services that we were approved to go ahead with this renesting effort. And while we were working on getting those permissions, we were also reaching out to somebody who could actually climb the tree to get these chicks back into the nest. So once he was up in the tree, then he spent a little bit of time securing some ropes. Then he sent another rope down and then put them in one at a time for him to pull up to the tree. And then he had to, of course, do the lift to get them up over the edge of the nest. We get the question about how the parents tolerate extra babies. I think part of it is just that the adult response is so hardwired in that if the baby is there and it's begging, they're going to feed it. We were all definitely on pins and needles the next day because the same photographer who had found the nest for us was there and was keeping an eye on the nest daily. And when we got the confirmation that she saw 3 chicks and that she saw all 3 chicks being fed by mama, that was a wonderful moment. I think that as we're coming up on the 4th of July, we're going to see a lot of bald eagle pictures around. They're going to be everywhere. And I think it's very easy to focus on the country that we're celebrating. But also I think it does provide a little bit of an opportunity to reflect on the animal that we've chosen as our national symbol. You know, this is a great time too to just give a little thought to things we can do to support the bald eagle that means so much to us. There is a very solid possibility that these chicks that we released and put back up into that nest as we're approaching our 250th anniversary for our country will just be coming into their prime at our 275th. It's really an honor to get to work with these amazing birds.